Hi guys, and welcome back to another one of my VR tours. This time I'm showing you Athens, specifically the ancient monuments that are scattered around the center of the city. These monuments date back to the ancient Greek and Roman period. Some are over 2,500 years old. Here on the balcony of my hotel room, you can see one of the most impressive monuments that towers over the city, the Acropolis, which we will take a much closer look at later. Our first stop is the Temple of Olympian Zeus, the site of a former temple at the center of the city. It was built in the 6th century BC as a shrine to the head of the Olympian gods Zeus. It took over 600 years to build, but only lasted 100 years before it was destroyed by a barbarian invasion. As you can see, little remains of the temple today, and a lot of it is currently being repaired, so it's not the most exciting monument to see in Athens. The next stop is the Roman Forum of Athens, where you can get up close and personal with the ancient pillars and walk around what used to be a huge Roman concert hall. Compared to everything else you'll see on this tour and all the other ancient monuments in Athens, this one is relatively modern, having been built by the Romans around 15 BC. To be honest, I was really living my best life exploring all of these ancient ruins. I've always been fascinated by the ancient Greek and Roman culture. And it's crazy to think that somebody designed and built these pillars 2,000 years ago, and here I am now filming them in VR. Athens as a city has been through a lot in its long history. It's been invaded, ravaged, taken over by different empires, bombed, and yet this stuff still survives after thousands of years, which I just find amazing. You can tell the city does take caring for these structures seriously. A lot of stuff you'll see on this VR tour, some of it is covered in scaffolding, and it kind of, I guess, doesn't ruin it, but it takes away from some of the view. But I would rather that than there be no maintenance and these things just crumble and we lose them forever. Here we stand outside the Stower of Atlas, which looks remarkably well preserved compared to the other things we've seen. Now, there is a reason for this. Although the original structure was built around 2,000 years ago, most of the current building was designed and built in the 1950s, recreating the style of the original. Now it acts as a museum and houses some amazing Greek and Roman sculptures. The museum sits in an area known as the ancient Agora of Athens. An agora is essentially a large public space which acted as the center of the athletic, artistic, business, social, spiritual, and political life in ancient Greek cities. This is the best preserved one in the world. The most impressive monument in this area is the Temple of Hephaestus. Not entirely sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but in any case, this temple is almost completely preserved and stands just as it did when it was built in 415 BC. The last stop on this tour is not only the most impressive place in the whole of Athens, in my opinion, but one of the best places I've ever been. The Acropolis towers over Athens and can be seen from most places in the city. It houses the Parthenon, which is the largest and best preserved example of ancient Greek architecture. The climb to get here is a bit of a challenge, particularly in the Greek summer heat, but it's 100% worth it. There are half a dozen other temples and even a Greek amphitheater, not to mention the best viewing point in Athens. Maybe I'm a bit more excited than most about this place, having been reading about ancient Greek culture for the past 20 years, but it really truly is a unique place. And if you are ever in Athens, it's definitely worth spending the day seeing all of these places with your own eyes. Amazingly, everything I've shown you is within about a mile of each other. It's really easy to explore all of these ancient monuments just in one day. In this VR tour, we've explored only about half a dozen of the sites that are available in Athens to see for the public, and while these are some of the major ones, there are still many that I haven't shown you. For example, the first ever Olympic stadium for the modern Olympics was just down the road from here, and yeah, there are many more, and Athens as a city also has a lot more to offer other than just these ancient monuments. It's really a great place. I would really recommend visiting. So that's it, guys. I leave you here with a sunset in Athens, right next to the Acropolis, right next to the Parthenon, which is an amazing thing to see. Honestly, I was really blown away by it. I hope you enjoyed this VR tour. I hope to continue to do more of these in the future now that we are able to travel a bit more. So yeah, that's it. Let me know what you think of the ancient monuments in Athens, if you've seen them, if you want to see them. Check the description of this video to see how I filmed this and which cameras I used. But until next time, guys, I will see you around. Bye.